A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10. A first carry for Samaje Perine. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. From the 50, it's Smith. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Hey, on.
3rd and 2, Smith. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They snap it to Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP Malcolm Smith. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Hey, come on.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Looking for Garcon, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
They'll run it here with Perine. Room here to run. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. They'll go to P-Ryan trying to pound it in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. And Selleck here, left side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here's McKinnon, and he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Go ahead.
And that'll set him back 5. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Crowder now to return. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. And a couple of big boys up front defensively. And in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was 0 space, no gain.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, on.
Back to throw, Smith. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 18 yards there and a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a carry for P. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That's good for a Redskin first down. Richardson on the reception from Smith. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down. Here's P. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He takes this down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now P. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 14-0. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. On the return, here comes Victor Bolden. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It's Garoppolo. Oh, some strong running. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Kyle Juszczyk, the fullback, the intended target. And now it's second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Hey, on.
After the interception, here's Smith, escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Smith. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Six. Single. Mike 5-4. 11.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep. And that's caught inside the 45. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 58 yards. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin from 6 yards away. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And his throw here is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. McKinnon to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll run again with Pirine. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He's got Thompson here, complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, we talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Now Smith dancing to his left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson. And it's third down.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
The Redskins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Smith now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Here's Smith. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
They run it with McKinnon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Here we go. Hurry up. Hurry up. 11. 3 down.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Hey, wait. 12.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, here's P-Ryan. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Jordan Reed has it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Smith finding his big tight end Reed for a Redskins first. Smith now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey, let's roll.
And they'll go on the ground. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Redskins with a football and the lead as we start the 4th. Now a handoff looking right. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Smith. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A very solid gain of 27. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Buying time to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Now Smith. Now he's flushed out left. He may try and run for this. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a 1st. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And they'll run it here. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And on the ground they go with the running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They start on the ground with P-Rod, trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Hoping I ain't lose religion, texting prayer hands, hope the message sending on. Know I've been blessed, I've been seeing prophets, musty yellow shirts, louder than the broccoli, dancing in my chucks, feeling that. You say to say the man got me on. Can you hear me now? 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 All in my system, been the one I'm kissing. One might extensions that'll look like expeditions on. Man, it's too loud. Hear me in your city, cause when I start spitting too much drive, need some power steering, cruising to a better vision, y'all. Can you hear me now? 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 Mama, dirty the roads that I've traveled, but I'm on my way. Mama, Trust all the steps on my journey, 'cause I'll be okay. I know it's gotta hurt when you know you could've had a president. Guess that I would rather be the man. Maybe one day I'll go back to school. Think I'm probably kidding, but I still mean it. They've been trying to screw me, but I've been a genius. Caddy looking more like home since I made moves. Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now?
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The drive starts with a handoff to P-Ryan. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Now Smith looking to throw on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And down he'll go at the 25. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Yeah. No, right. No, right. Yellow.
Out of the gun, Smith. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Double. Hey, on.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now, saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Hey, on.
They'll try the air now with Smith. Looking deep downfield. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, 36 yards. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. And his kick is good. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down, Taylor. Forced out to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Taylor flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. On 4th down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. And it's up and good. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Back to throw, Smith. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, 15. Orange.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They go play action with Taylor. Rolling to his right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
They go play action here on first down. Out to his left. Taylor hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They run again with Hyde on first. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On second down, Hyde. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. First down, a run with Hyde. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. Steps away to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
Slow.
Handoff comes to Hyde. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. This one from 35 yards away. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it. Those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed.
Super toe.
Hey, on.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Completes it right side to Dodson. Run past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Smith finding Dodson that time for a Washington first. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Smith will bring his guys up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Now they try the right side here. And some room to work. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage just come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
On 1st down, Smith. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a 1st down.
Hey, on. Rip.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To throw on 2nd down. Smith eluding the pressure. And is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Hopkins with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. On 1st down, it's Taylor. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain, and it's 2nd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro corner, Josh Norman. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Smith being chased out left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Smith now to throw on second down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. He may try and run for this. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 1st and 10, Smith. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. To throw is Smith, escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Paul Richardson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And a rout is on here in this first half. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And the Browns getting set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about team.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by DJ Swearinger.
Hey, what's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. Keep the rest. Hey. I got that chicken to go. I'm gone. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis that's light. Rape in the city that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you get off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted up at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check into golf. A lot of these was lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Breno Javinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands and your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get the fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my sit the back that like a pogo. Don't do these they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now in what could be called the Battle of the Beltway. The Ravens and Redskins are underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.